Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spring Green, Wisconsin, and week number 2 of this high school football season. The Nekoosa Papermakers in action. They'll take on the River Valley Blackhawks in non-conference gridiron action. My name is Tom Kirst. Joining me on this broadcast is commentator Dan Schmidt and, of course, our cameraman Jim Allen. We're absolutely thrilled that you could join us for this broadcast. Our thanks goes out to Nekoosa High School and River City's Community Access for helping us bring you presentations of NHS sports. Well, Nekoosa and River Valley get together tonight for the first time since the 2012 season. That year saw these two teams split 2 games. River Valley coming out on top early in the year, and Nekoosa taking a big win over the Blackhawks in postseason play. River Valley enters this ball game and this season, the 2014 season, with a 44-18 loss a week ago to a very good Broadhead Judah team. The Blackhawks played well in the first half of that game, led 12-8 after 1, trailed 22-18 at the half. But the last 2 quarters certainly belonged to Broadhead Judah as they outscored River Valley 22-0 in that second half to win going away. River Valley did show some big play potential in that game on the offensive side, scoring from 48-46 and 34 yards out. Nekoosa, they are a young and inexperienced team who got off to a rough start last week. They took one on the chin in their opener, dropping a 41-14 decision at Omro. The Papermakers were really never in that ball game, as the Foxes started fast, put up 4 scores in that first 12 minutes, built a 34-0 lead heading into halftime. To Nekoosa's credit, though, the Papermakers did play much better in that second half, actually outscored Omro 14-7 in the final 2 periods. But again, just a case of being too little and too late for the Papermakers. Junior Tarek Tuttle played well last week against the Foxes, both sides of the football. Senior Aaron Peckham led the team in rushing with 64 yards. And junior quarterback Brandon Kundert connected with junior Justin Mortel for the other Nekoosa score. Well, Dan, week 2 of the season, we're looking for some improvement over last week as Marshall Getzloff puts the ball in play.
I think number 23, Wyatt Schaaf.
Number 73, Nathan Palmer.
Now it was number 73, Nathan Palmer. Sort of an odd number to return a kick,
Yes.
but brought it back to the 38-yard line. So, Dan, what do you expect out of Nekoosa tonight?
I expect them to look better than they did last week, and I expect a close game between these 2 teams. I think they're very similar. I think they're both in a rebuilding stage. I know that River Valley has their quarterback back, but they lost Jack Radlinger, their star running back last year.
From last season?
Yeah, graduation.
I did look at the all-conference team last year in the River Valley's conference, and they did lose quite a few all-conference performers. 23 gets the carry on first down. That is Wyatt Schaaf. And he's out across the 40-yard line to about the 42. Nekoosa, much better start than last week, huh?
Yeah, if stats are anything, and if they were correct in the paper that I saw, that I read online today, River Valley last week had 32 yards rushing on 23 carries, and that almost seems impossible to be that low.
Who's the quarterback out there for
Bo Solomon? Should be.
The Blackhawks? It is number 5, Bo Solomon. He's just he is a senior, 6 foot, 205 pounds. In the backfield, the tailback is Elijah Alt. He's just a sophomore, 5'11", 155. He scored on a 30-yard run plus last week against Broadhead Judah. The procedure penalty is going to, probably an offside penalty. He's going to send back.
That was the signal, and I never seen the signal before.
Maybe illegal substitution then, or something.
That could be. Like I say, I've never seen the signal before.
But the 5 yards is going to cost River Valley, so they've gone from 2nd and 7, make that 2nd and 8 now to 2nd and 12.
That's a man you have to watch
Solomon.
right there.
Good throw to the outside. Missed tackle. And Tanner Gruber takes it down inside the 35-yard line.
That was Lucas Price. No, that wasn't. It was
Number 8, I believe. Yeah, it was Lucas Price.
Okay. He was their main receiver last week. You would think that you'd be right on him.
27 yards on the throw and catch. A lot of that after the catch, by the way. So, yeah, River Valley in business here.
I mean, they only had 3 completions out of 10 last week. 2 of them were for touchdowns to Lucas Price.
They run the football here. Nekoosa stiff. As number 72, Brett Gillens off in the backfield to slow down the ball carrier. Tarek Tuttle and Justin Mortel clean up after that. It's actually a loss on the play of about a yard. So River Valley's run the football twice. And Nekoosa's looked pretty good defensively each time.
Who's defending Lucas Price? Clay Labor.
2nd and 11. Again, Solomon looks the other way to the outside now. Puts it up in the air. And again, it's intended for Price. Clay Lieber in coverage.
Pass intended for Price.
And it's going to be 3rd down. So good play by Lieber.
Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Clay, one of the cornerbacks for the Papermaker defense. And I tell you what, Clay gives up some inches.
Yeah, 6'1", and Clay's 5'6", so he's giving up 7 inches.
So he's really got to battle those receivers. And position's the key. Nekoosa starts with a 4-4 look tonight. Talking to Coach Kakoka before the ball game. Nekoosa started 4-3 last week. Solomon in trouble. Got away. And he's not going to get away the second time. Tarek Tuttle buries the River Valley quarterback way back at the 42-yard line.
Don't you think if it was you would have thrown that ball out of bounds at some point?
Yeah, he was outside the tackles, and I think that is legitimate in high school as well as in college in the pro game. But I think you have to get the ball past the line of scrimmage with that throw too. So what did he lose there, Dan? Holy smokes.
I lost a ton.
All the way from the 36
to the 40.
So I got 22 yards. 22 yards lost on that play. Punt is away. It's going to hit nothing but grass and bounce, and Nekoosa's going to have their first offensive possession.
River Valley also had, I believe, 4 fumbles last week, and they lost 2 of them.
And Nekoosa, of course, with 4 of their own last week, which
They
didn't
lost
help
them
the
all.
cause either, yeah. They did recover a couple, though, too, didn't they, against Omro. So Nekoosa will set their offense. We expect to see Brandon Kundert at the quarterback position. He is there behind him in the backfield is senior Aaron Peckham and junior Tarek Tuttle. Justin Mortel, the wingback. They run Tuttle on the right side for a good gain.
Good game. 7 yards, I'm guessing.
Tuttle, the ball carrier.
Across the 30-yard line to about the 33, and I agree with Dan. That's 7 yards on the carry.
Well, 6 maybe. See what the scoreboard says.
No, that's 7. It's 7 if I ever saw it there, Dan.
Spot on the 33-yard line. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 3 from this reporting booth for the Papermakers. Condert still had it.
All right, and then we lost the 7.
Yeah, back. He's put to the ground back at,
Might have lost 8.
yeah, was that the 20-yard line or the 25? That's a 25. But now they're going to move it up to the 28 for whatever reason.
Yeah, I unless his knee went down.
Up to the 28-yard
So it's just a loss of 4. I didn't see the play. Was that a broken play or is that a pass play or?
It looked like a broken play.
A broken play.
The center.
I thought they'd probably run the ball on 2nd down, especially after picking up 7 on 1st down. So now 3rd and 7 for Nekoosa. Mortel in motion. He gets the football. A little bit of room out here if he gets a block. Tuttle out front. And Justin has a first down.
Yes, he does.
Tarek Tuttle leads the way. And Mortel takes it up to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 10.
number 56, Michael.
And Nekoosa's first down on the night.
Ball spotted on the Papermaker 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
There is no comparison between the start Nekoosa's having tonight and the start they had last week against Omro. They look like a totally different football team right now. Made a lot of progress during the week.
Amro's got a tough game tonight. They play Amherst.
That's going to be a good one. Tuttle, a lot of room off the left side.
He's got about 5.
Nice job by number 15, Cole Eastlick.
Number 35, Tarek Tuttle, the ball carrier.
who came up to put Tuttle down, but still Tarek picks up about 5 on the carry.
Pickup of 5 yards.
River Valley, by the way, coached by Mr. Tim Eastlick. I wonder if there's some relationship there with the tackler. Nekoosa coached by Mr. Jason Becker. Jason in his second season as the Nekoosa head man. 10-3 is his career record as the Papermaker head coach. Second down, long 5. 2 backs behind the quarterback. Mortel, the wingback on the right side. They run that way. Another mix-up in the backfield as Kundert runs into Peckham.
Peckham, the ball carrier.
Do you think he actually ran into him or just slipped?
I think they collided.
Loss of 3.
Boy, that hurts.
3rd and 8 for the Papermakers.
Still a young team, but boy, we gotta execute a little bit better than that if we expect to win football games.
You're right, Tom. This team needs every yard they can get on every carry and every snap.
Let's see if Nekoosa goes to the air on 3rd and 8. Kundert went over to the Nekoosa sideline to bring in the play. Number 52, Alex Kundert, over the football, and now Nekoosa is going to take a timeout and think about it. 6:23 to play here in the opening period. No score. So Nekoosa all set. We got a 3rd and 8 coming up. Ball position at the Nekoosa 40-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Single back behind the quarterback is Tuttle. Peckham in motion. He gets the football. Aaron tries to get outside. He's not going to make it. Gets up above the 45-yard line. Well, they're going to mark him right at the 45.
Brought down by Shipman.
And that's going to be about 3 yards short of first down yardage.
Pickup of 5 yards.
Punt team comes on, I would assume,
Bring up 4th and 3
for Nekoosa.
for the Papermakers.
Who's moving back? Pierce, Lucas Pierce, or Price?
No, that's 25. That's
Is it?
Matt McDonald's going to. Oh, I'm sorry. Mac McDonald's going to punt the
Punt
ball
ball.
for Nekoosa.
Number
Long
8.
snapper, by the way, is Aaron Peckham. And Price back to wait for that kick. Pretty good kick. Angled toward the sideline.
Boy, it's hard to say where that went out, though.
Goes
All
out
right.
of bounds near the 25. Let's see where they mark it.
Marking it at the 35.
1st and 10.
No, right at the 25.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong official.
25-yard line.
Got new glasses, can't see yet.
Takes some time to adjust, doesn't it? And they look really good on you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, it's a little warm up here, but maybe by the 9th game we would appreciate this kind of a...
I think so. We're inside tonight primarily because of the chance of rain. Quick hitter up the middle, and the ball carrier drags some Nekoosa players. That was 23 Wyatt
Yep.
Schaff
Shaw, the ball carrier.
for about 5 yards. They marked the ball at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, second and a short 6 coming up. Yeah, it's been another muggy day, and I guess it's really been muggy in southern Wisconsin, which of course is where we are at Spring Green. And there's a good chance of showers and thunder showers tonight. Our hope is that we get through this ball game without seeing any lightning. That'll mix up in the River Valley backfield. That's going to cost them a yard.
Shaw brought down to the backfield by number 41.
Aaron Peckham on the stop. Schaff loses about a yard there.
Short loss on the play.
So both these teams sort of shooting themselves in the foot right now because of the lack of execution on offense. Played about 8 minutes, still no score. 3rd and 6 right now for the Blackhawks from the 30. Good pass rush again on Solomon, but again he slips away, at least momentarily, as Justin Mortel finally puts him down.
And that right there will stop any passing game you have if you can get penetration.
You know, Nekoosa looked like they had 5, maybe even 6 in the backfield that time. Or rushing the passer. Andrew Melvin did a nice job of flushing the quarterback out of the pocket before Peckham made the stop. Punt is away by Cole Eastlick, and he pops it out of bounds after a very short
Boy, I'm
punt.
guessing about the 45 of their 45-yard line.
They're going to mark it at the 40 even.
Wow.
So what, 15 yards on that punt, and Nekoosa catches a break.
Papermakers will start 1st and 10 from the Blackhawk 40.
Now let's see if we can do something with the football. Pay dirt, only 40 yards away. First time either one of these teams has been in the opponent territory. Nekoosa, Tuttle, hit at the line of scrimmage, busts that tackle, takes it inside the 35. 72 on the stop, that's Nathan McGlynn. He's a 6', 160-pound senior. One thing I remember about River Valley is when we play them in the past, they don't necessarily have a whole lot of size.
No, they don't. I'm looking at their roster. They got some 200-pounders, but not a lot of them.
But they had a lot of speed to make up for it. And this team seems a little bit small also, as Peckham tries to get that first down. It was about a yard short.
Going to be short.
Aaron made it down to the, probably the 31.
Peckham, the ball carrier, brought down by
I'm guessing right now we're in 4-down territory anyway.
ball spotted just short of the first down.
I've seen Nekoosa both last year and even the game last week against Omro. Pretty fond of that quarterback sneak on short yardage downs. And it looks like River Valley has an odd man front, so they have a man right over the center. Nope. Yeah, that is an odd man front. It's like a three men down. So they run off tackle, and there's Tarek Tuttle with an easy first down inside the 25.
I'm guessing that Nekoosa this year, because we lost our field goal kicker, won't be doing,
Wrapped up by Shipley.
you know,
Run is good.
too many field goals.
We certainly don't have the threat we did last year.
No.
3-yard line of River Valley.
You know, we were good from, 40 yards and
40
in
yards
last
out,
year.
yeah. I missed that play completely.
Ball carrier was Peckham, I believe,
Peckham carries the ball up to the Blackhawks.
to about the 20-yard line. So 3 yards for Aaron on first down.
I'm looking at their sidelines here for River Valley because we're on their side. And I'm looking at the kids, and boy, there's not a lot of size there, is there, in these kids?
No, I don't think so either. Brad Savage last year gave Nekoosa such an advantage in a kicking game. Oh boy, Nekoosa just gave up another 5 yards as the whole right side fired off early. Their first penalty on the night.
False start is called against Nekoosa.
Now it's going to be interesting to see who kicks for the Papermakers tonight. We saw Marshall Getzloff practicing in the pregame, and I'm sure Kaylee Jensen is out there as well.
Both these teams really need a win tonight.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, really, they both, if nothing else, just for their confidence, regardless how the rest of the season goes.
They have tough schedules. Nekoosa runs left. Martell. Tuttle out front, throws him a good block, and Justin inside the 20, down to about the 17. Now they're going to mark him at about the 19. So a gain of about 5 on the play. That makes up for that penalty. But Nekoosa still probably about 6 yards short of that first down. They need to get down to the, 14-yard line. Clock running down. Unlike at Omro, the clock operator runs the clock here in River Valley. It's been a quick first quarter. We're under a minute to play. 3rd and 6. Everybody tight. Wing back on the left side. Kundert. Tuttle. Evaded one man at the line of scrimmage, and he's got first down
Yeah,
yardage.
he's got first down.
Down to about the the 13. So we got
Brought down by Palmer.
6 on the carry. And Nekoosa with a new set of downs, and they are knocking at the door
About 12-yard line.
at the 12-yard line.
Maybe it's just me, but it seems like it's to get the plays in.
Yeah, they use a lot of that 25-second clock.
Boy,
don't they?
yeah, awful lot of it.
But we're seeing some players shuttle in now or bring the plays in from the bench, where last week we saw Kundert, for the most part, going over to the sideline to get the play. Spread formation, Tuttle the only back. Quarterback. Kundert kept the football and picked up a couple of tough yards to about the 10. 3 on the carry for Brandon. I make that
Gain of 3.
Brandon, yes. Alex Kundert, by the way, is the Nekoosa center in that offensive line. Clock winds down. We played a quarter already. A quick quarter. After 1, it's Nekoosa nothing and River Valley nothing. Second quarter is about to begin. Nekoosa facing a big second down and about 7 from the 10-yard line. Little inside reverse. Aaron Peckham with a nice move to get down to about the 5. Boy, it looked like it was going to break there or pop for a second, but Lucas Price came up
Brought down by number 8, Price.
from the secondary and made a good play, a touchdown-saving play to put Peckham down at the 5-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, he had the one Price was out there. He was the only one he had to beat.
Nekoosa, by the way, 13 rushes, 53 yards in that first quarter. They have not thrown the football yet. 3rd and 2. Tuttle hit in the backfield. We've got a flag on the play. Number 23, Wyatt Schaaf, came up and
Holding.
met Tuttle as soon as he had the football.
Holding Nekoosa.
So that was an interesting decision here. Did they take
Yeah.
the penalty or did they take the down? Where are they going to mark the football? At about the 6, right?
Yeah. I take the penalty.
I think they will too. Boy, Schaaf just shot the gap that time. Schaaf, a linebacker
No, they are going to take it.
on this River Valley defense.
Calls holding against Nekoosa.
So the 10-yard holding penalty, the second penalty against Nekoosa tonight.
Penalty moves the ball back to the
By the way, in the first quarter, River Valley ended up with 6 total yards of offense, 27 through the air and a minus 21. Of course, some of that yardage being quarterback sacks in that first quarter. 3rd down and about 16. Kundert is going to lose a couple more. So Nekoosa's gone from sure field goal territory to real questionable field goal territory now. If they were to attempt a kick from here, it would be about a 40-yard effort.
ball now spotted on the 22-yard line.
First time this season we've really missed Brad Savage, huh?
Yes.
But you knew it was coming. You don't get a kicker like that all the time. Now the officials want to talk over something. I'm not sure what.
I'm not either. Well, they got 3rd down on the thing. It should be 4th.
Oh, yeah, 4th down for sure.
There we go. They changed it.
So Nekoosa now with 4th and a mile. I would say that's probably about 21, 22 yards. They need to get down to the, 4-yard line. And the ball is sitting at the 22, so 18 yards to go here. Try to run the screen. Tuttle. Tuttle won't go down. Tarek Tuttle's got not only a first down, he's got a touchdown for Nekoosa.
That time was just poor tackling on River Valley's part.
An individual effort by Tarek Tuttle, who again just refused to go
Yep.
down.
I thought they had him about 2 yards short.
So they get that first pass completion on the screen, and with it, they get the Tarek Tuttle, or Brandon Kundert to Tarek Tuttle 20-yard throw. 6-0 Nekoosa.
Who's kicking for us? Who? Marshall.
So Marshall Getzloff on to attempt the point. Kundert is the holder. Again, Peckham is the long snapper. Ball is down, and Schaaf blocks it easily.
Point after attempt by number 7.
Either a little slow that time, or we just got to improve on the blocking.
I think you have to improve on the blocking because Marshall was no more than 3 yards off the football to kick.
Either way, we've got a break in the action. 10-16 to play in the half. It's Nekoosa 6 and River Valley nothing. Marshall Getzloff has it teed up, and he kicks it away. Short kick. Going to be taken about the 25 by Price.
Price. Why do I want to say Pierce?
Nekoosa with pretty good coverage, though, as he's brought down at the 36. Number 49, Curtis Furmanen on the stop, along with number 89, David Darr.
All right, now my philosophy is no extra points, go for 2.
Yeah, I think after missing that first one.
Yeah.
But then again, you got to work on it. You know, if you actually want to do it down the road, have a
Work
kicking
on
game.
it in practice until you perfect it.
From the 36-yard line, River Valley. Single back. No, there's two backs behind the quarterback.
Oh, 41.
Peckham comes up and
Nice.
puts the kibosh on Elijah Alt.
Elijah Hall, the ball carrier.
Maybe a yard, maybe nothing. They're going to give him about a yard on the play.
Short game.
Nice play by Peckham. Boy, Nekoosa sure gets a lot out of Peckham and Tuttle on this football team. Both play both sides of the football. I think I counted this week. I counted 7 players that are playing both ways for Nekoosa. That can be a problem on a hot night, but Peckham and Tuttle sure carry their load. Solomon's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket and dragged down from behind on a good play by number 40,
Probably got about a yard.
Jared Olson.
Maybe nothing.
So Jared Olson put him down for a loss, I believe, of about a yard.
Yeah, they did move it back a little bit.
Gain of a yard on the play.
No,
Bring up 3rd and 9.
no gain on the play. Still 3rd down and 9. I was watching the secondary that time. Nekoosa did have good coverage on with the 3 receivers that River Valley had running in the pattern. Sam Tweedy and
Price are matching up.
Clay Lieber are the cornerbacks. Matt McDonald the safety in this defense. Solomon. Good pass rush again, and he's going to go down again. This time brought down by number 72, Brett Gildensoff, the freshman, with a sack of I think they're going to lose about a yard. Oh, no, more than that, about 3 yards. So that officially is a sack for Gildensoff, and 4th down comes up. What can you say about this Nekoosa defense so far? They have really played well. And we hope that continues for another 2 hours. Cole Eastla kicks it away to Sam Tweedy. Sam from the 30 gets outside. He's got a lot of room. He needs a block. Cuts back inside, which might have been a
Mistake.
bad decision. If he would have stayed outside and counted on his buddies to knock down Eastlick, the punter,
Yeah, he had 2
he had
blockers.
6.
Down near the 25-yard.
Oh, we've got a flag back anyway at the, 45 or whatever.
Block in the back, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to go on Nekoosa. So that's going to negate that good return by Tweedy, but still exciting to see. And again, Nekoosa just needs to clean up a few things. Instead of having the football at the 26 of River Valley, that ball's going to come all the way back.
All the way back.
Probably
yes.
in Nekoosa territory. They call a holding penalty. That's a second holding penalty.
Boy,
on
they're moving
Nekoosa.
all the way back to the 40, 41.
And they mark it off from where the infraction occurred.
No. Wow, it's
Now
41.
they are heading back to the
41.
41-yard line. Well, that's odd, too. Why would you be holding when you got that? Tweedy had nothing but grass in front of him. Well, holy cow, they put it back at the 31.
Yeah, they marked it from the 41 back.
Holy cow.
So that holding must have happened right at the catch.
I didn't even see the flag originally. So Nekoosa starting way back at their own 31-yard line. 8 minutes to play here in the half. Kundert hands it off. Tuttle hit in the backfield, spun away, but here comes 5 more of those Blackhawks. They put Tarek down for about a yard loss.
Tuttle, the ball carrier.
You know, that River Valley defense is starting to stiffen too. I think they're probably playing the run a little bit harder than they were to begin the game.
You're right. They're seeing that we're not passing, so
Nekoosa 30-yard.
you cheat a little bit with your linebackers.
And you can do that against inexperienced teams, especially inexperienced offensive lines. You can shoot gaps, you can blitz, you can create all kinds of havoc and not get stung by doing it. And I think both these teams are sort of looking that way right now. 2nd down and about 12. Kundert to Tweedy. Got a man in front of him. Sam maybe got a yard.
If that, yeah.
There's a lot of running that time for 1 yard.
Gain of 1.
Good news is the weather is holding out. A little bit overcast here. It's about, 8 o'clock or so? 7:30.
7:30.
Very humid night. It's going to take a drain on these players, too. You know, we've seen in the past where the officials actually take extra timeouts for water. And we haven't really seen that in the 2 games we've seen this August.
Nekoosa took a timeout.
Timeout called by Nekoosa, their second.
So Nekoosa takes a second timeout, 6:36 to play in the half, 6-0. So Nekoosa faces a big 3rd and 10 here from their own 30-yard line. 2 backs behind the quarterback, Kundert. Lets it rip for Tweedy, and Sam's got it. Boy, that ball sort of wobbled getting out there. Barely got over the outstretched arm of Derek Bonendine. I'm sure I murdered that name, but Tweedy made a good catch, good concentration, a gain of 25 yards and a first down. How about that, huh? And now Nekoosa, by the way, 2 out of 2 throwing the football.
Tweedy was open, though. I mean,
Yeah, but the ball would just
the
didn't get
ball
there, yeah.
hung there, and just I know exactly what you're saying, Tom.
Now they hand it off to Tweedy, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. Hang on to that ball, Sam. And he does. 56, Michael Buchanan, first to meet him.
Ball carrier, wrapped up by Buchanan and Eastlick.
A loss of 4 on the play.
Loss of 4 yards on the play.
You know, Nekoosa in their last 4 rushes from scrimmage have put up, or has put up, -3 yards, -1 yards, -4 yards, and 1 yard. So right all of a sudden, after starting the game with a bang, running the football, Nekoosa is not doing it here in the second quarter. Let's pop one and change that, huh? 2 backs behind the quarterback. Tweedy is the wing back on the right side. Kundert still has it. Trying to get the ball to number 88, Hunter Miller. I thought he was going to go to Tweedy there.
That's what I thought. I actually thought he was aiming for Tweedy, and I think it was low, and Miller tried to catch it.
So both receivers came out to the right side here. Tweedy a little bit deeper down the field than Miller. And yeah, the quarterback went with a short man, incomplete pass. 3rd and long again. 3rd and 14.
Well, they're going to go rush because they're thinking pass. At least I would.
And it is a pass, little swing pass. Oh, and that ball went right through the hands of Tarek Tuttle.
Turns pass intended for Tuttle.
So Nekoosa trying to go for that little swing pass and let Tuttle do his magic after the catch. 4th down coming up. It's good to see Colton Hazel on the field again this week. One of the Nekoosa offensive linemen. Colton went down with injury last week. Matt McDonald will punt it away. And I believe that's Lucas Price deep for...
Number 8?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For River Valley. Oh, another man drops it back too. Number 3 is Alex Shiflett. And we're going to get a procedure penalty?
I think so. Too much time?
Not sure what it means.
I
We'll
think
go with too much time.
Yeah.
Or it's a chin strap thing. That's what it is. So it's an equipment problem that the official sees, like you don't button up your chin strap when you come to the line of scrimmage. Or you don't have your mouthpiece in.
Wouldn't you think a football player would know that?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd forget that.
That's what I'm...
McDonald, pretty good rush. McDonald went down, no flag. I'm not sure why.
Probably acting school.
Well, I know. I think, who's that, number 56? I thought he got McDonald pretty good back there after the kick.
Blackhawks will start.
That was Michael Buchanan, ran right into his lower legs. But no penalty. River Valley has the football back with 5:12 to play here in the second quarter. Nekoosa leading 6-0. River Valley starts their 4th drive of this first half from their 30-yard line. They've started their possessions from the 38, the 28, the 36, and now the 30-yard line. Blackhawks 1 first down so far in this game. There's the sophomore, Alt, and still on his feet. Nice run by Alt.
About 3-4 yards.
I think he probably had quite a few opportunities to turn that upfield, though, and he just kept coming outside.
Brought down by McDonald.
And in the end, worked really hard for 2 yards. Matt McDonald put him down. This is the second of 3 non-conference games to start this season for Nekoosa. Of course, we were in Omro last week. Spring Valley tonight. Next week, we're traveling to Poynette for that 3rd non-conference game.
And a 4th one, Columbus at home.
Yeah, finally a home game. There's a good run by Alt off that left side. Justin Mortel and Matt McDonald put him down, but not till he picks up
Good for a River Valley first down.
10 yards and a first down. That's the longest run from scrimmage tonight for River Valley. And you can feel the tide turning a little bit here. The momentum is shifting to those guys in black. Be nice to get a big play in here, huh? How about a fumble recovery or something like that? Hey, there's a good play. Tarek Tuttle came up to meet Alt that time in the backfield, about 4 yards deep.
Brought down by Tuttle behind the line.
They're going to mark it back at the 40, so it's a loss of 3.
3 yards.
And 2nd and 13 coming up. Under 4 minutes to play now and a half. And Nekoosa with only 3 home games this year, so make sure you get out and see them. I think the first one is like the 12th of September or something like that.
When they take
against Columbus.
When they take Price out, I know we're not playing much pass defense.
2 backs in the backfield, a wing back in motion. And Solomon throws that way to the wing back. Missed tackle by Tweedy. Boy, Sam just swift on that one. I'm not sure what he was doing there. And the receiver, Cole Eastlick, takes it all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Taken out of bounds.
24 yards on the catch.
5-yard line.
Another first down.
Pick up of 25 yards. 1st and 10 Blackhawks.
It's like Tweedy that didn't even see the ball coming that
I
time or
agree.
something. I'm not sure. But it was sort of strange. So River Valley is confusing that Nekoosa secondary a bit now. Clock is stopped with 3:23 to play and a half.
Well, they're in 4-down territory now, so.
Solomon is going to throw again. Got a man. Eastlick down inside the 15, rammed out of bounds by Matt McDonald. A little Brett Favre action that time as the quarterback Solomon backhanded the ball.
What surprised me, we had 3 defensive backs back there, but not guarding anybody. And Eastlick was 10 yards in front of him, and
Another 22 yards on that play. Another new set of downs. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, and Tarek Tuttle puts down Derek Bodendine. Bodendine, that's how you say that.
Bodendine.
Bodendine with a short gain of 1. No huddle again, and Nekoosa trying to get a substitute on the field and forced to burn that 3rd timeout.
No, River Valley took that timeout.
No, Nekoosa took that timeout. Coach Becker took that timeout from Nekoosa's sideline. I wonder if there's a rule in high school football like there is in pro football where you have to allow the defense, if the offense substitutes, you have to allow the defense time to substitute as well. I'm not sure.
They pointed towards River Valley with a timeout, though.
Yeah, it was definitely called by Nekoosa. Do they have timeouts on the board? I don't really see them there. But I'll bet my 50-50 tickets, Dan, on Nekoosa taking that timeout. 3 South Central Conference teams won last week in the opener. 3 South Central teams lost last week in the opener. Adams Friendship topped Weyauwega Fremont 18-6. Wisconsin Dells over Montello Princeton Green Lake 21-14, and Watoma topped Laconia 27-9. Westfield lost last week to Poynette 40-18, and again Poynette, Nekoosa's opponent next week, and Toma topped Mauston 14-0.
I think Adams plays Poynette tonight, right?
Tonight Adams Friendship is at Poynette, the Dells is at Lake Mills, Fenimore at Mauston, Westfield at Montello, and St. Mary Springs and Watoma. Tough game for Watoma tonight.
Oh.
Second down and about 8. 2:54 to play and a half. Nekoosa clinging to that 6-0 lead right now. Sort of a spread formation and a drop as Solomon put the ball right where he needed to.
Yep.
But number 8, Lucas Price, simply couldn't control it.
That brings up 3rd and 9.
That would have been a score
Ball on the 11.
for the Blackhawks. Instead, it's 3rd down and about 9 yet.
I can guarantee you that River Valley won't go for a field goal either. Looking at last week, missing the extra points.
It looked like they missed their first kick, right, last week, and then they went for 2 after that.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what they have for a kicking game. Man, this would be a fairly long kick right now. I mean, about 30 yards. Yeah, it's not that bad, I guess. Solomon rolls right.
I thought there was holding there.
Clay Lieber in coverage, but the taller man wins the battle. And that is number 3, Alex Shiflett. A 6'1", 165-pounder grabs that 11-yard throw. And River Valley has tied this ball game up. Now, what are they going to do here for the conversion?
They're going to go for
So Shiflett is also the kicker. So he'll try to put his team up. High snap, and just like Nekoosa's fate, the ball's blocked in the middle.
Point after attempt by
So 2:42 to play in the half. We're tied now at 6.
River Valley 6. Nekoosa
So Nekoosa awaits the kickoff. As River Valley breaks out of the little huddle. Shiflett is also the kickoff man for the Blackhawks, and he hits a low line drive that Tweedy's going to pick up around the 15. Sam runs left, takes it across the 20.
about the 21, 22.
He ran about 30 yards across the field, 3 yards up the field.
brought down by Bodendine.
Those kickoffs, you gotta
1st and 10 Nekoosa.
You got to head up field in a hurry. Take it from a man that never returned a kick in his life. But I remember Travis Williams, 1967. Just a couple of years ago. So Nekoosa now back to even with the football. Let's see what they do. River Valley has 3 timeouts left in the half. Nekoosa's had problems running the football of late. But they get a good burst on the left side here, and Tuttle takes it across the 25 to about the 27. That's about what, 6 yards on the carry. That's by far Nekoosa's best running play, probably in the half. Well, it is in the half, yes. Nekoosa with 45 yards passing here in the half. And right around 0, trying to run the football. Peckham makes a good cut. Grabbed by the head, put down.
Penalty.
And they're going to call a flag on the tackle, or is that going to be a holding call?
I think it's going to be a holding.
Yep, they're going to say illegal use of the hands. So that's coming back. Flag is laying at what, the 32-yard line? And Nekoosa's 3rd holding penalty here in the 2nd quarter. 35 yards plus in penalties here. It's not just the penalty that hurts you, it's the loss of field position.
I was just going to say the same thing, Tom. It's not the penalty so much. It's
We go back to that Tweedy punt return where we could have had the ball in the 30, the River Valley 30. We ended up with it on Nekoosa 30.
yeah.
So in essence, it's a 40-yard penalty.
Well, just like this one here, instead of a first down, picking up 12 yards or whatever, you're going to end up losing 20-some yards.
They're going to mark it off from the 32. No, that's not the 32 either. That's the boy. It's so hard to see the lines.
It is
here,
a
isn't
32. Yeah, you're right, Tom.
So it's going to be 2nd down and about 8 for Nekoosa. 2 minutes exactly to play here in the half. Boy, it's taking the officials a while to sort it out. They start the clock. We're under 2 minutes. Well, actually, they ended up pretty good. 2nd down and 5 somehow. Gundert throws a nice spiral here, but it's picked off. Hung out there a little bit too long again. And Alex Shiflett, who's having a heck of a game here in the last 4 or 5 minutes, creates the turnover.
Blackhawks will start 1st and 10 from the Nekoosa
You know, what surprises me is that these teams, you know, high school teams don't work on that slant, that little 10-yard pass.
Something quick.
Quick coming across, you know.
Flanker screen,
Yeah.
you know.
The linebackers, get behind the linebackers and
Get the ball out wide as
Yep.
quick as you can and let the receiver try to create something.
yeah, and most teams you don't see it on most teams.
We saw Black River Falls do that really effectively a couple years ago. 1st and 10, River Valley from the 47. Solomon back to the air, going against Lieber again, and Clay gives up the big play this time to Shiflett. Boy, they like that matchup right now, and they're just going to keep going there.
Brought down by number 20, Clay Leiber. Ball spotted on the Nekoosa 16-yard line. First down, Blackhawks.
27 more yards through the air. Nekoosa just getting scorched in the secondary. Solomon goes the other way. Is that a catch? I don't think so.
I'm looking.
Good effort by Price, but that was a tough catch to come up with there. Stops the clock with 1:30 left. River Valley in real good shape. 1:30 to play in the half. They've got 3 timeouts. So Nekoosa needs some type of defensive stand here. River Valley's also doing a better job of protecting the quarterback right now.
Yes.
Solomon with all kinds of time to throw there. Receiver wide right is Price. On the left side is Shiflett. He's on the short side of the field. Looking for Shiflett again. Little bit of pressure. Solomon gets out of the pocket. And he does some damage to the end zone. Touchdown, River Valley.
And that was poor tackling again, Tom. There was 3 Nekoosa players that had a shot at him and just couldn't put him down.
16-yard run for the quarterback, Solomon. I'll make that Bo Solomon. And boy, River Valley has really come on here late in the second quarter. We've got a penalty
Unsportsmanlike.
unsportsmanlike on River Valley. I don't know if they'll assess that. Were there penalties both ways?
You might be.
I saw a personal foul penalty as well, and he sort of extended his arm, so I'm not sure. Now he's going to go talk to Nekoosa, the referee is. So another delay. $16-yard run for Solomon. And what did the official tell us there? They did mark off the yardage, or?
I don't know. I'm sort of looking.
River Valley takes a timeout, one of their 3 now, to talk over what they're going to do for the conversion. Looks like the ball is spotted at the 3-yard line yet, so I don't really know what's going on out there.
Maybe they do it on the kickoff?
I don't know. I'd rather see it on the conversion, wouldn't you?
Yes.
If I had an option, anyway. River Valley, by the way, is part of the, I got it right here, part of the Southwest Wisconsin Conference, along with Platteville, Lancaster, Dodgeville, Richland Center, and Prairie du Chien. A year ago, Blackhawks were a playoff team. They finished 6-3 during the regular season, 5-1 in the conference, as River Valley's going to go for 2. Solomon, lots of time, but airs it over the top of Price, so the conversion fails. As I was saying, the 6-4 last year, the season ended with a loss to eventual state champion Winneconne, the similar fate that Nekoosa suffered a year ago. 1:22 to play in the half. It's now River Valley 12 and Nekoosa 6. Mark off the penalty now for the kickoff, the unsportsmanlike on River Valley. So the Blackhawks kick off from their own 25. Squib kick. Oh, pick that thing up and get going. Aaron Peckham's got it. And does get across midfield to the 49-yard line. So very good field position for Nekoosa. 1:16 to play yet in the half. Nekoosa, though, without timeouts.
At the same time, River Valley's got to be happy with the coverage they had on that.
Yeah, if we could have picked that ball clean up like on the first hop or something like that and taken it upfield, we could very well be inside the 40-yard line. See what Nekoosa and Coach Becker does here from the shotgun. First time we've seen that formation this year. Kundert. Quick throw, Hunter Miller. There's that quick throw, Dan. And a good result as Hunter takes it near first down yardage. They might have to measure for this one.
Yeah, I got timeout.
Complete to number 88, Hunter
They
Miller.
stopped the clock,
Brought down on the Blackhawks, 39.
and they marked the football just a hair short. And the clock running now. Nekoosa 2nd and 1. 1 minute exactly to play. Tweedy, the wingback on this side. 2 backs behind the quarterback. Condor. Right through the hands of Tweedy, but how about that? It landed right in the hands of Hunter Miller.
Curtis pass complete to Miller.
Okay, now they got to
We'll
get
take it, by
they got to
God.
get up the line of scrimmage. They can't be sitting there bringing plays in and whatever.
Clock is stopped as they move the chains, and there comes the winding of the clock right now. That's a 10-yard pickup. You know, Nekoosa's had some success throwing it here in the first half.
You got to have 2 plays in that huddle.
37 seconds to play. Quick throw. Miller with the catch. No, incomplete pass. It's probably a good thing he did not catch that football.
Pass intended for Miller.
Looks like he's hurt too.
So Hunter Miller is down on the field. I think he probably just lost some wind there as he's quickly up and he's heading back to the sideline. I'm curious. That was an incomplete pass, right?
Yeah, yes.
We don't start the clock. I'm curious why Nekoosa doesn't go back to that shotgun. You know, they ran the one play out of the shotgun, got the quick throw out, and then it's been under center again.
You would think that the quarterback would be able to have a better view of the field and the receivers and.
Yeah, spread them out. 2 receivers on both sides. We'll see what they do here. 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Yeah, everybody's in tight.
Up under center is the quarterback. Here comes River Valley. Cunder got away with it, though, or got it away. And intended for Matt McDonald. Who else but Shiflett with another interception. Alex Shiflett with his 2nd INT here in the half. And that puts an end to this Nekoosa's hopes here of scoring yet here in the quarter and the half. Ball back at the, where are they going to spot that one? That's a long ways away, guys. Inside the 10, I believe.
Yes,
Probably at about the
5.
7.
5? It looks more like the 5 to me.
Okay, we'll go with the 5-yard line.
6.
They got 5 on the board, Dan. I think you're right. I would think River Valley is just going to run the
Take a
football
knee.
here,
I would guess
or
they
take a knee.
Take a knee, run the. Yeah, I agree with you.
That is, looks like a bit of a victory formation. 3 backs behind the quarterback. Well, they run the football, and they run it well. Look out. All the way out to the 20-yard line.
Brought down near the 19-yard line.
River Valley
Called by River Valley, their 2nd charge time out of the half.
That was Wyatt Schaff with that 15-yard carry. That's a 5th first down for River Valley here in the game. They had 1 in that first quarter. And they have a heck of a lot more yards here in the second quarter as well. Well over 100 yards in offense, most of that through the air. Nekoosa has given up throws of 24, 22, 11, 27, and 15 yards in this second quarter. So we got to tighten up that pass defense or get more pressure on the quarterback. Nekoosa with 4 defensive backs in the game now as they move Tarek Tuttle to a deep safety position. Solomon, Tweedy knocks it away. Good play by Tweedy. As again, they're going for Lucas Price down that sideline. Still 5 seconds to play in the half. The half that would not end.
Yeah, the first quarter went quick.
It did, and then they started throwing the football and committing penalties. Still a good football game, though. Nekoosa in it, that's for certain. A lot of football to be played yet tonight. Now River Valley takes the knee, and that's going to put an end to this first half of play. Actually, a pretty good half for both teams. We've got a game at halftime. It's River Valley 12 and Nekoosa 6. Here we thought we were going to start football in the second half, but I tell you what, it's not going to happen right now. We have a weather delay. So there's some lightning in the area. And we're going to be delayed an indefinite amount of time, sending all the players and the fans, I'm sure, too, off to the school. So they are protected from this thunderstorm activity in the Spring Green area.